Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a word you've probably seen popping up all over the internet, dropshipping. We're going to get into what it is, how it actually works, and maybe help you figure out if it's the right move for you.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about running your own online store, selling stuff to people all over the world, but, and this is the key part, without the massive headache of handling inventory or packing boxes or running to the post office? Well, that idea, that's the core promise of dropshipping. Here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll define what dropshipping even is. Then, we'll meet the 3 key players involved. After that, we'll walk through how an order actually works, step by step. Then, the big one, the pros versus the cons. And finally, we'll get into whether or not this is something that might be right for you. Okay, so first things first, what exactly is dropshipping? Let's get right to the heart of the concept. You know, in simple terms, dropshipping is a way to run a store where you sell products you don't actually own or stock yourself. So when a customer buys something from you, you turn around and buy that same item from someone else, a third party, and they ship it directly to your customer. The most important thing to get here is that you, as the store owner, never physically touch or handle the product, ever.
A really easy way to wrap your head around it is to think of yourself as a kind of product matchmaker. See, your job isn't to create things or store them in a warehouse. Your job is to connect a customer who wants something with the supplier who has it. You're the bridge, the one running the cool storefront and doing all the marketing. They handle the rest. Now, for this whole system to actually work, it really depends on an ecosystem with 3 totally distinct players. Let's introduce them.
First up, of course, you've got the customer. This is the person who's browsing online, stumbles upon your store, and decides to buy something. Second, you have the retailer. And hey, that's you. You're the one in charge of the website, the marketing, the brand, and all the customer communication. You're the face of the operation. And finally, player number 3, the supplier. This is the company or person who actually has the inventory, physically packs the order, and then ships it straight to the customer's doorstep, all on your behalf. Okay, so we know who's involved, but how does it all come together? Let's follow the journey of both the money and the product to see how a typical order flows from start to finish. It really boils down to 4 main steps. Step 1. A customer comes to your store and pays you the retail price for a product. Let's just say it's $50. Step 2. You then take that order, forward it over to your supplier, and pay them their wholesale price. Maybe that's $30. Step 3. The supplier then ships the product directly to your customer. And to the customer, it looks like it came right from your store. And then step 4, the best part, you keep the difference as your profit. And that brings us to the super simple math at the heart of this business model. Your gross profit is just the retail price the customer paid you, minus the wholesale price you pay the supplier. So in that little example, it's $50 minus $30, leaving you with a $20 profit. Simple, right? Well, of course, it's not always that simple. Like pretty much any business model out there, dropshipping has some amazing highs and some pretty tough lows. So for this next part, let's get real and take a balanced look at the pros versus the cons. So the pros and cons here are often just 2 sides of the same coin. The upsides, they're really appealing. You've got super low startup costs, you can work from anywhere, and you can offer a huge range of products without buying a single one up front. But the downsides are serious. That low barrier to entry, it means you're up against fierce competition, which often leads to lower prices and razor-thin profit margins. And here's the kicker. You are completely at the mercy of your supplier. If they mess up, ship the wrong thing, or are super slow, it's your store's reputation on the line. And that can make customer service a real nightmare to manage. Okay, so knowing all of that, the good and the bad, we land on the most important question of all. Is dropshipping actually the right business for you? Let's figure out what it really takes. Look, a successful dropshipper usually has a pretty specific set of skills. Because of all that competition we mentioned, you have to be a fantastic marketer just to get noticed. Because you're going to be dealing with supplier mistakes, you've got to be excellent at customer service to smooth things over. You absolutely have to be organized to track everything, resilient when things inevitably go wrong, and a proactive problem solver who can handle shipping delays and customer complaints without breaking a sweat. Now, I know that might sound like a lot, because it is, but, as the saying goes, sometimes the biggest challenge is just getting started. And dropshipping, because the financial risk is so low, can be a really powerful way to learn e-commerce, to learn marketing, to learn customer service, all without having to bet your life savings. So, what's the big takeaway here? Dropshipping is a totally legitimate and powerful business model, for sure. But, and this is a big but, it is not some get-rich-quick scheme. It basically trades a big financial risk for the hard work of building a brand and managing customers. Which leaves us with one final thing to think about. Is this the future of how we shop?